welcome to Alongside Lauren. I'm Lauren, and I'm so glad that you're hanging out in my kitchen this afternoon. The purpose of Alongside Lauren is to take a few moments over the weekend to get bits and pieces prepared to hopefully make my life during the week a little bit easier. And I hope that you're doing exactly the same thing this Sunday afternoon as well. Now, we are running a little bit behind today because we spent some time luxuriating over lunch with some friends, which was wonderful. But we do have people coming at 5 o'clock, so I'm going to have to get my skates on. We are preparing a birthday cake for a friend for our Bible study tonight. I have gone completely off book. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I have an idea in mind. I am wanting to make a birthday cake which is inspired by Raffaello's, I think, far less popular cousin to the Ferrero Rocher, but I much prefer Raffaello's to Ferrero Rocher. So these are, I know, unpopular, I know. It's like an almond, sweet, coconutty, delicious treat, and that's exactly what I'm hoping to make with the cake here, with the assistance of my amazing sous chef and husband Heath.
Hello, yes.
So I'm going to get cracking on the icing for the cake. So
Sure, yeah.
This icing is not a tested recipe. What could possibly go wrong? But what I am wanting to... Well, I guess what I'm kind of inspired by is a peanut butter frosting that we would make, or a peanut butter based frosting that we would make, that I really, really love. And so I thought, rather than doing it peanut butter based, that we can kind of add the almond flavour, because our cake is coconut flavoured, to the frosting by making an almond style frosting. Not marzipan, because I can't stand it, and Nook and Heath. But I thought we would try making like an almond butter, like peanut butter. As I often find myself saying, could be good, could be terrible, who knows? So we're going to add in 200 grams of almonds. I remembered just in time that I had another little pack of almonds kicking around before I opened up the nice big new... Well, actually, I'd already opened up the big pack of new ones, but, you know, use up the old ones first. And these almonds have still got the skins on, which I hope is not going to be that much of a deal breaker. Oh well, it's just, I'm sure the skin is where you get like the additional nutrients, yeah? So what I'm doing is I'm just making this cake healthy. I'm going to add in some salt.
It's a big bag of salt.
It is a big bag of salt. It's cheaper to buy it this way. Just a couple of pinches, and we'll see how it tastes. Because I'm going completely and utterly, I don't know, rogue, off book. We watched Mission Impossible last night, so maybe I'm just channeling my
inner rogue nation.
My inner rogue nation. It was 2 movies ago.
That is getting a little old, that one.
And we'll just let that do that thing. I'm so sorry it's so loud.
That is incredibly loud.
Oh my goodness, that was particularly spectacularly loud.
Wow, but how else are you going to make almond butter? So apologies everybody's ears. And it's not done yet, so bring on the pain. Okay.
And we'll add in some oil. I've got some peanut oil.
That kind of feels like cheating.
Yeah, I know.
We're avoiding making peanut butter icing.
Well, I just thought I would use
peanut
oil because almond. I just was concerned that olive oil would be too hectic.
Sure.
And now this blends.
Again, very sorry about that volume. Hopefully it's a little bit louder for us than it is for you.
Check to see if consistency is to your preference. I don't think it will be.
To my preference?
No, it's not.
What are you looking for?
If I prefer a smoother consistency, I definitely do.
A smoother consistency.
I might add a bit more oil. Oh, okay.
It's starting to smoothen up by the looks. How does it look, hun? How does it look, Dylan?
It looks like smushed up almonds.
All right. Well, that's what we want,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I'll just give it a sort of a squish down.
Yeah. It's all very scientific.
It's very scientific.
Yep. Very accurate measures.
Yeah, a squish down. I've got no blinking idea.
I'm sure it will be delicious.
There we go.
Yeah?
So it's quite like it's not sort of smooth like a normal
Like a peanut butter? Okay. Is it a bit gritty or like grainy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
You might have to bring it if you wanted to. Ooh. Yeah, okay. It's almost like muesli
Yeah.
consistency or something. Yeah.
So I'm going to mix it for a little bit longer. 'Cause
Okay.
we want to make sure that it is actually going to be like that'll sort of mix into the icing.
Got
And
it.
I reckon it needs a little bit more oil.
Okay.
But oh yeah, that's going to be good.
That's going to be good. A little bit more salt.
Bit more salt. The problem with doing it like this is that if this is amazing, I'm not going to remember what I did.
It is always a bit of a risk with your cooking that we'll never ever experience it as it was that time ever again. It's exciting.
Cool. There we go. Just made almond butter.
All right. So almond butter is the first part of the puzzle, right?
Yes, it is. So now we need to turn the almond butter into icing.
Are we going to save any of the almond butter, or is it all going into the icing?
It will all go into the icing. So
Okay.
sorry. So we needed 250 grams of peanut butter to go into the icing, and that's pretty much it's like a smidgen more, but I think that will be perfect.
Okay. Great.
So I'm just going to have to very scientifically pick up my phone and double check the recipe for the icing, which is, oh, this is so easy. So now we add in 120 grams of butter
Okay.
and some icing sugar. Yeah, basically. Ooh.
What do you got going on in there?
I have got some capsicum that I am roasting or sort of char grilling
Okay.
that we're going to, because I should backtrack a little bit. So because Heath and I knew that we're going to have a really busy day today, which would mean that our ability to get bits and pieces prepped for the week would be a little bit reduced. So we're having some meals this week that won't need a lot of additional preparation. So we're going to do, I bought on sale a couple of weeks ago some, is it V2 sort of beef alternative?
Yes.
Burger patties. So we're going to have burgers, but I sort of thought to try and make them be a bit fancier and also just sort of, it feels ridiculous saying increase the veggie content in something which is
Actually vegetables.
Um,
Yeah.
I've just had some capsicums kind of languishing at the bottom of the veggie bins. So I thought I would do some. How much butter was it? I'm doubling a recipe, which is always a bad idea
Requires maths.
because it just requires me keeping the numbers in my head and remembering that what I'm seeing, I need to adjust. Cool. Yeah, so I'm just, while we're getting these bits and pieces happening, I'm just roasting the capsicum and char grilling them so that I can peel the skins off and chop them up, and then we can add them to our burgers for the week.
Nice.
Here's the plan anyway.
Very good.
That milk.
Milk goes in icing.
Yeah, just a little bit to help thin it out. No, I'm sure I've got. Let me just very elegantly climb into the.
I'm sure you'll find it. Yep. Well done.
So we need 250 grams of icing sugar.
What are our plans for the giant chives or spring onion or whatever we've got going on there?
I think they will go into coleslaw for the week, but I don't know. I might have to make that a bit later tonight because I don't think I'll have time for it
Yep.
now. But it was something that was going to otherwise get chucked out, but I was pretty sure that I would be able to rescue them. So spring onions, whatever you want to call them,
Yep.
are just one of those things that can you can kind of bring back from the brink a few times.
Yeah, at the moment they look like they're still working on coming back from the brink.
Well, they've only They've only been. I've only been attempting to revive them for a little bit. If they still look like that tomorrow, they'll be going in soup. Now, with the coconut cake, we baked it yesterday.
Yes.
And I've discovered these new reusable cake liners from that I just got from Kmart. That they worked really, really well at lining the cake.
Yeah, keeping the cake
and making
from
it
sticking.
like I just find cutting the baking paper to line a cake, I find it
Yep.
really tedious. I know it's
It's often a job that you'll throw to me.
yep.
What have you got there? Just a bit of vanilla?
Yeah. 2 teaspoons of vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
If you do like that sort of almond flavour, I guess you could add almond extract. I really don't like almond flavouring and stuff.
Yeah, it's not really
It's
our
not
favourite.
my favourite.
No.
And it's definitely not Heath's favourite. So this is going to get loud
Another
again.
loud one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so the cake liners, while they made it super easy to
like line
Line
the
and
cake,
stuff.
and it works really well because
Yep.
it's like a big circle that's got like slits sort of cut into
it's almost
it.
petals,
Yeah,
right?
almost
like
petals.
Petals that fold up
Yeah,
and out of the way. So yeah, seems to work pretty well and gives you a very easy to remove cake.
yeah, but it does mean that the cake that I've cooked, and it could be because I did the cake in like 2 layers, so it's a little bit
Small,
smaller,
not very tall, not very tall.
So I don't know if that sort of would have had anything to do with it, but it just hasn't. It's not as round as I would like. It's slightly octagonal.
Yeah, just because of the nature of the product. All right. How are we looking?
I just have to give it a taste.
Thoughts?
It's pretty good.
Is it? You were very slow in saying that, so
The flavor's not as prominent as it is with peanut as it
I
would
see.
be if it was peanut butter.
Yes, got it.
But the flavor's definitely there. It's probably a more refined flavoring.
Yeah, okay. Very good. Well, just like a Raffaello.
Exactly.
The more refined chocolate.
Oh, that's the
That's the air fryer. Would you like me to get that out?
yeah, it will
Or
be.
did you want to? Yeah, you can grab it out
I'll
when
grab
you're
it.
ready.
I was going to
Very
say
good.
it will be hot, but that's a really silly thing to say because it's
Yes.
the air fryer. It's been on for 20 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Now these are going to look a bit black, but don't be alarmed.
That's because they're
'cause-
char grilled,
yeah.
right? Oh, no, I reckon they look pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice, huh? They look pro.
Yeah. So what I will do now is find a spare spot of bench
Yes.
and
Did you want me to do whatever this is? Am I wrapping them up? Am I... Oh, okay.
yeah. So what I'm going to do,
How hot are they going to be?
they're pretty
Pretty jolly
they're
hot.
pretty jolly hot.
Hmm.
I'm just grabbing them by the stems, but I'm just popping them in a bag.
Right.
Oof.
Bit drippy.
Yeah. And then I'm going to pop these in the fridge. And what this will do is basically they're going to sweat their skin off, which
Right.
sounds really creepy now that
Sweat
I say
your
that
skin
out loud.
off. Mm.
But that is just infinitely easier
Then actually trying to peel
than
the skin off.
having to try to peel them off.
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
Excellent.
I like
So
it. Okay.
we've got
We've got icing. It's a
icing.
little lumpy, but that's okay. It's going to look quite cool, and a Raffaello is lumpy.
Yeah, it's not butter lumpy. It's
No,
like lumpy
No.
with the almonds.
no, it looks great. It looks great.
All right, so these are my slightly octagonal cakes.
Hmm. Let's take a look.
So this is a coconut cake, which is a bit fancy. It's a Dolly Parton coconut cake,
Imported from America.
imported from America, courtesy of the
Your
wonderful
sister?
Ainsley.
Yes.
So this was, sorry, pick up 3 implements. All right.
Just go for it. I feel like you got this.
I don't know why I'm nervous.
No, nothing to be nervous about.
I just
But
wanna
yeah, you
make
can definitely
sure
see that octagonal shape, and I think you're right. If you'd gone the whole cake batter in the one cake tin, it probably would have molded
Yeah, that's my
the thing
theory.
a little bit more and gotten it a little bit more round. But honestly, it doesn't matter.
So we'll just smooth the icing
It
out.
just means that only 8 people can eat this cake.
So I quite like that look with the, I don't know, I like the look of the bits of fleck of the almond skin.
Yeah, it looks great. Very nice.
I do feel like as I'm just trying to justify my choice,
Yeah,
which I potentially am.
so that's gone pretty well.
I do feel like the cake is slightly lopsided.
No, it's
Okay.
fine.
All right. Okay, what am I going to do about it? Alrighty.
You're going to put another piece of cake on top.
Yep, and then hope for the best.
Make a cake sandwich.
So I do find if I'm making cake like this, I'm sort of wanting to do some decorating with, baking it the day before, and then not when it's still hot, but while it's still warm, wrapping it in cling wrap to store.